What up, Epic Readers? Welcome back to the Epic Reads YouTube channel. I'm Jesse from the channel Jesse the Reader, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Epic Adaptations, a series here on Epic Reads where I keep you in the know on all the recent YA book-to-movie and book-to-TV adaptation news. We have a jam-packed episode for you guys today. We are out of the adaptation drought that we faced a few months ago, and now we are being bombarded with adaptation news left and right. We've got books that have been picked up to be adapted, we've got casting news, and some recent adaptation releases. Without further ado, let's get started. First up, the book Raybearer has been picked up by Netflix to be turned into a series. Of course, this news drops the second I finished filming the last Epic Adaptations episode, so I wasn't able to include it in the last episode, but yes, this is happening. Netflix is really out here giving us adaptation after adaptation, and I am quite literally living for it. I'm really hoping that they pour as much effort into this one as they did with Shadow and Bone, because that's what we need to happen with this. We need the quality. In this book, we follow a girl who is competing to be one of the 11 chosen ones for the crowned prince. But when a magical wish is placed upon our main character where she must kill the crowned prince, the story takes quite a shift, as you can imagine. Speaking of Netflix, we've got another adaptation announcement with Netflix, and that is for the book Beast of Prey. And with this adaptation, we are getting a film. This book actually just recently released, and it's already got an adaptation under its belt. How exciting. In this book, we follow two perspectives. First up, we've got La Casa, who works for a magical zoo. It's full of fantastical creatures, and she helps to take care of it. But when the master of the zoo threatens her loved ones, our main character unleashes a power within herself that she doesn't even realize that she has. Then we've got Akan, who is destined to become an elite warrior. But on the night of his final rite of passage, fire completely upends his plans. Next up, more Netflix news. It's been confirmed that we are in fact getting the spin-off series for To All the Boys I've Loved Before, following the youngest sister Kit. I know that fans are super excited that the chapter isn't quite closed yet on the To All the Boys I've Loved Before franchise, and that the story will be expanded to follow the beloved youngest sister, Kit. We don't know much about what's coming. All that we know is that this is potentially going to be a series with potentially 8 episodes, but nothing is really confirmed yet. It's only been hinted to us, so buckle up. I'll have more news as more news drops surrounding the spin-off. Ferryman has been picked up to be turned into a film. The story follows Tristan, who is a ferryman, and his duty is to guide souls of the dead to their final destination. We follow him on his treacherous journey after he helps guide a soul to its final chapter. This book sounds incredible, and I want to read it ASAP, and it sounds like it's going to be an even more incredible movie. It already has its lead cast. Louis Partridge will be taking on the role of Tristan. We've seen Louis in films like Enola Holmes, so we know a little bit of his acting, and it'll be really exciting to see him take on this role of Tristan. We have a director update for the upcoming adaptation for Frankly in Love. Frankly in Love follows the story of Frank Lee, who finds himself in a bit of a fake dating situation in order to appease his parents. But obviously it kind of ends up blowing up in his face, and chaos ensues. Paramount Players currently has the adaptation under their belt, and it was recently announced that Unju Moon will be taking on the role of director for the film. It's always exciting to me to get these little updates on these upcoming adaptations, because sometimes we hear nothing, and it's like, excuse me? Can I just have some crumbs? That's all I need, bestie, some crumbs to hold me over. We have casting news for the upcoming adaptation for Uglies. It's already been announced that Netflix has the adaptation under their belt, and that Joey King will be taking on the starring role. Joining the cast though, we have Brianne Ju, Keith Powers, and Chase Stokes. It's unclear as to who these actors will be playing, but let us know your guesses down below in the comments. And lastly, I just wanted to remind you guys about 2 adaptations that have dropped recently. First up, we have the Peacock series for the adaptation of One of Us is Lying. The episodes have started premiering on the streaming service, and you can check it out now. And finally, the Netflix adaptation of There's Someone Inside Your House has dropped on Netflix, just in time for spooky season. Be sure to take some time to check out both of these adaptations that are currently streaming now. That's it for today's episode of Epic Adaptations. Be sure to let us know down below in the comments all your thoughts on today's episode. Are you excited for the Raybearer adaptation, the Ferryman adaptation? What are your thoughts on the cast for the Uglies? Let us know all your thoughts down below in the comments. But before we close out today's episode, it's time for the question of the day. Hey, in your opinion, which adaptation did the best job with the set design? Like, you were watching the movie and you felt like they had done a fantastic job of transporting you into the book. Let me know down below in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next month with another episode of Epic Adaptations.